Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from Cerro Gordo Zoo, playing a little bit more of the ZAWA mod here in Minecraft for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. And today we're going to do a little bit of work up here. Now, I didn't actually ask for any animal names last episode, because we built a restaurant. And, I mean, there's no really animals in there, unless I want to put some rats in there or something, which would be kind of, unsanitary. But, so we don't really need to name anything in this at the beginning of this episode, so we get to actually just hop right on into building. I am going to need some names at the end of this one though, so stay tuned. Okay, that guy's getting pretty close. Not gonna lie, we're over here by the tuft deer or vampire Bambi basically, and this guy is climbing the tree to get out of here, which is something I was not expecting him to be able to do, but it looks like he might be able to do that. We might have an escapee in this episode, who knows. I guess we'll just wait and find out. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some work up here because I want to do the petting zoo in today's episode. Now, the petting zoo is like animals, like vanilla animals, is basically what I'm going to be throwing in there. Mine is, of course, like wolves. I don't really think those make a good petting zoo thing, so we're not going to do it because that would be dangerous. But I think that we could do some work here and actually add things, because I've got a couple animals. I've got like llamas and rabbits and stuff that I could throw in here because those would make good petting zoo exhibits, as well as maybe a sheep. I think I got like pigs and cows and stuff, and I know last year or last season I actually put those in the petting zoo, but I might just stick with sheep, rabbits, and llamas because I think I have a few of them. But I'm thinking about building it right here, okay? So I'm thinking about building it right here, kind of along this little drop-down edge. I might actually extend this out a little bit more, kind of do a little bit of landscaping, terrain changing here. But I want to build it like right here, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to put like a little bit of a structure. Now, this is going to block a little bit of the view when you're right here. But I'm thinking, let me get some torches. Maybe I can plot this out a little bit better so that you're going to understand my rambling. The path that I'm thinking about is going to come up here. It's going to stick along this cliff edge right here. And I'm going to do something with that area, don't you worry. And then it's going to come up here, and it's going to hug the hippo exhibit kind of area and go this way, and then cut in front of Vampire Bambi over here. And then, so right here is going to be the petting zoo. So there's still like 2 exhibits. Ooh, look at that. The sun is setting. The zebra's already got the memo. Creepers be creeping. I got to take a nap here. 1 second. It's morning, it's morning, it's morning. Okay, so as I was saying before, nighttime so rudely interrupted. The petting zoo I'm thinking is going to go right here, and there's one more exhibit I'm thinking I'm going to squeeze in right there too, and that's basically going to be it for this extension up here. I still have to put in that back, like, dividing wall, cutting off all of the zebras that are sleeping back there, and it's going to look a lot like this one right here. I just didn't get around to it. It's been very busy this week. So much to do. Okay, and it all starts with doing a little bit of terraforming here, so we got a little bit of work that I want to get done here, and I don't think I'm even going to do this in a time lapse because there's not a lot to do right here. I just got to extend this little bit of land out. Okay, there we go. We got the land kind of extended out here. Gives us quite a bit more room, actually. Probably even more than I need, but that's okay. The rest of it can be terraformed into being whatever land, needs to be here. Now we have to come up with a little bit of a design for this, and I must admit something to you guys. Let's have a little sit-down talk for a second here. I gotta admit something to you guys. I don't actually have a clear image in my head what I want this to be, but I have an idea. Okay, I'm thinking kind of like a outdoor pavilion kind of thing, similar to what we did have last season, actually, but a little bit bigger. And I want to have it kind of have like a little bit of an A-frame-ish roof, like a low one though, like not like a really high peak. And it's got to have like some wood supports underneath it, and then obviously the fenced-in areas for the animals on the inside of it. But each one having their own like pen area. So the rabbits in one, which I gotta probably do like too high at least because rabbits like to jump, and then like the llamas in another and the sheep in another one, that kind of stuff. But then have like a central area in the middle of the pavilion where they can reside, and you can actually like walk around with them, and like zoo employees can take the animals out. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. So to do that, I got to figure out which way I want this like to be orientated. I could build it at an angle if I really wanted to, but I don't think it would make too much sense to do that. So maybe I'll just like executive decision, start right there. Maybe. Is that gonna be enough room? Maybe. It's not right there. I'm trying to plot this out here. And I'm thinking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in between. That's not bad. Working with odd numbers is kind of fun. Let's have it extend this way, actually. And that will leave us not a lot of room Maybe bring this over to more. That won't leave us too much room to actually build like the pens in the area, you know. But let's do that, and then we'll carry it on down to right about there. Yeah, something right about there, and right there. Yep. All right. So that's the outline I'm thinking for where the petting zoo is going to be. Now it's going to take a little bit of work. I want some of this stuff, some of this area to be enclosed because like the rock structures around it are kind of built up around it, and this is kind of like nestled into it. But I'm thinking maybe the entranceway right here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get kind of fancy with the entranceway. How many? 1, 2, 3, 13 there, huh? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the center, so that would be the entranceway. I'm gonna have to get kind of fancy with this a little bit, but I want to at least make the wood structure like just the frame. I want to get that down so I can start working on the roof. The roof I'm thinking about making out of like that stuff, the ebony wood, the same thing that we've been using for the roofs in the area, just to make it all seem kind of uniform. I think I'm going to make it out of that, but it is obviously going to be a rather large roof. And as I'm saying this here, I'm talking about making it like an A-frame design. I was going to say, this is having the entrance over here is kind of weird because that kind of goes against which way I was going to do the A-frame. It might be better to do it like right here instead. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot better. So that way we can just do a solid A-frame all the way down. Might have a little bit of bowing or sagging in it because it is supposed to look a little bit worn. But yeah, and then you enter here, and you got some animal area, or pens over here, pens over here, pens over there. Let's see, what do we have? We have llamas, sheep, and rabbits, I think are what I'm going to be putting in here. So we can probably put like, llamas are the bigger animals, obviously. Maybe llamas and sheep over here and rabbits over here, and the rest will just be play area. But admittedly, I only have 16 rockets, 7 chicken on me right now, and 50 logs for a fir wood. That's all I actually have. I don't have any more in here, or am I blind? Am I blind? Am I blind? Oh, I am blind. There's a whole bunch right there. Okay, never mind. I was going to go chop down some more trees, but maybe I don't actually need to. It's because I'm blind, so it's all good. All right, so let's start working on the frame of this place here. And I don't want to get too crazy because I'm thinking that the roof is going to, even though it is going to be like a low grade on it, it's going to kind of stick up quite a bit. So I'm thinking just 3 blocks tall for that will work out just fine. And then we'll go from there. Okay, I'm thinking something along the lines of this, and I'm a little not really liking it. Not really liking it, but then again, maybe it's because I'm just getting started. I think it is too low. And that perhaps I should make this 3 high or 4 high here and then raise it up 1. But I'm thinking, like, I want to keep the roof low to the ground on the sides anyway. So once you're in here, I mean, it's going to be pretty high up there. These are just the supports for the roof, basically. So it's going to be pretty high up there. So maybe I should do what I always do. And when I look at a build that I'm just not liking, I should just press on and see what it turns into. And maybe it'll turn into something really cool. So, here's hoping, because I'm not liking this so far. I don't know. I'm going to keep pushing on with this. I think it's time that we start working on the roof, though. I'm going to need to get up top here. And I also need to put away some of this stuff, because I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to need to grab some of this stuff, because I am going to need it more right now. Let's go ahead and turn all of that into that. And let's turn all of that into that, because we are going to need a lot of slabs to make this work. Well, it ain't exactly, like, the prettiest thing. In fact, I'm starting to wonder if this was just a big old mistake. But like I said, I'm going to keep pressing on. But we got the roof added on. And now I think it's time to actually start working on maybe the fences. I'm not really sure if I'm liking this. Really not sure on this one. Actually, you know what? One thing that might actually help it out a little bit. Let's grab this real quick. And we'll put these supports in right here just because I'm thinking that might help maybe just a little bit. Give it a little bit more structured support. Keep pushing forward even if you don't like it. This is actually where people ask me sometimes, like, how did you get so good at building? One, thank you for thinking I'm good at building. Because I just kind of play the game. But two, also, if you want to get better at building, I think that one way that you could do it is to take on tasks that you're not very comfortable with. Like this right here, I'm not really liking this. I'm going to keep pushing on, though, because that's how you improve. So let's see if we can't polish this turd and make it look like something better. So I'm thinking adding the fences in next would probably be a good idea, something to keep the animals inside here. So what kind of options do we have for fences? Squid backpack, I need you desperately in my life. We got a whole lot of oak fences, we got some spruce fences, which I would rather not use. I'd rather use like fir fences along with these things. Makes it look like it's sun faded, but I don't have a lot of those things. And on top of that, I don't have a lot of, well, I got some fir wood. I don't have a whole lot of fir wood, but I could probably make a couple more just out of this stack right here, like so. Yeah, that's quite a bit. All right, if I need to, I'll go chop down some more wood. The fir forest is after I'll just pass that mountain over there, so it shouldn't be too hard to reach, even with my 16 rockets. Although I can always go make more rockets. But we're going to dot some fences like along this edge here, and we're going to mix them up like that as we go. Encase this entire area here so that the animals can't get out. And then this will have like a fence gate, I'm thinking, to get in and out of. And that will be the bulk of the petting zoo already done. Okay, the fences have been added. I just realized something, though, as I was putting these fences in, though. Where did I just put the squid backpack? Let's get in here again. Squirt the rest of these fences in there just for safekeeping. I'm going to need maybe a couple of those and a couple of these, too, because we need to be able to open these things up and get the animals out, or at least get the animals in later. I guess this would constitute as a decent petting zoo also, because you can just reach in and touch the animals. So they don't really need to be able to be brought out into the middle here. In fact, I kind of like that idea, but let's actually put in a couple of fence gates so at least I can get in there so I can do some of the decorating. But let's knock one out right here and match the color that I just removed. And take that one out. Is that the right one? It's nice and... It doesn't actually need to be nice and symmetrical now that I think about it. Asymmetry is your friend. I say that all the time. And so why don't I live true to it here and put all this stuff back then. That's completely the wrong backpack. Where did the squid backpack go? I just had it. There it is. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now, I have 4 spots here, and I have 3 animals. I have, like, the sheep, the llamas, the rabbits, and I'm not sure if the rabbits can probably hop out the front here, and then they can make a daring escape someplace. But since these fences... I don't know how big rabbits actually are. I might have to do some experimenting. But since these fences, although they look only 1 block high, they're actually 1.5 blocks. That leaves only a 1/2 block gap right there. So I'm not sure the rabbits can even get out of here other than maybe jumping up here and then jumping out this front area right here. Maybe. Actually, hold on. Wait. No. The fence gates are also 1.5 blocks. So never mind. Maybe they just can't escape here. But I'm going to have to do some experimenting with that real quick in my test world real quick. Okay, it looks like the babies can actually get out. Looks like the babies can get out by over those fences, but that makes sense since they're smaller. So I guess I just gotta make sure that I don't put any baby rabbits in here. I think I actually did catch one. I mean, I'm going off through the memory banks right now from like months ago, but I think I did actually catch one. So I might have to be a little wary of that. You know, I might have to force feed it some food and get it to grow up, but. Let's get into doing a little bit of decorating here. Okay, so let's dub this the sheep pen. Okay, is this stone or is this grass blocks? It looks like grass blocks because sometimes it's, it could be that grass covered stone. Looks like grass blocks, which is good because we're gonna need some of that. Now I do want to decorate up each one of these areas. I mean, kind of like it's a pen, but I do want to give it a little bit of pizzazz. Like the grass blocks should probably be inside of the sheep area, and it's going to continue over into like the where the llamas are. I'm probably going to put llamas there, and we're going to put rabbits in another one, and then I need one more animal, cow or pig. It's really what it comes down to. Maybe we'll do the pig. We'll put the pig in here too. Let's put pigs in here. Okay, so I'm going to have to swap this out. Let's get rid of the squid backpack. Bring out the wood backpack real fast just so we can stash some stuff in there. And then we'll hide that immediately. And then we'll grab the ground backpack. We're going to need some grass blocks. And we're going to need so probably some coarse dirt, which is actually in the bat backpack. Why? Because that's just where I store it. Ooh, we're going to need more than that. Let's make some more coarse dirt real quick. Perfect. Okay. So now we got some coarse dirt, we got some grass blocks, and let's get the shovel out here because we're going to need it. And let's just dig up this for right now, just to kind of give ourselves a blank canvas to work with. Now, some of this grass I want to actually have poking underneath the fence so that the sheep can't get to it because I don't want them to eat all the grass. But we do want to have this kind of bleeding out over like that, you know? That way, the sheep can't quite get to all of it, and they'll never be able to eat all the grass in here, so it doesn't totally ruin it. Because that would be unfortunate. But let's go ahead and just sprinkle in a little bit of coarse dirt in here. And I suppose we should probably do something like you know, fixing this right here, actually, because that doesn't look too great. And we'll dot that in there as well. We're gonna work a little bit under the fences, and the tricky part about this is getting it to seem like it's kind of bleeding out from inside this pen, so that it's not just a nice perfect rectangle of just customization. I don't really want that, so we're gonna have to add another block in here too. So the sheep are gonna want a lot of the grass, but obviously, like I said, I can't really give them too much, otherwise they're going to just eat it all up. Something like that for right now. Now, that's probably plenty. We can also sprinkle in some stone in here, too, since that is kind of the landscape that it's on. In fact, you know, this is actually starting to look decent-ish. Let's grab, not out of the bat backpack, but out of the ground backpack. We're going to need a little bit of gravel. So we're going to dot that in places as well. Something like that. Yeah, and then the rest we can probably fill in with gravel and stone, I'm thinking. That's a little too much gravel, I'm thinking, next to each other. We'll figure out something for that spot real quick here. Put that there, and I can't reach that because there's too much stuff in the way. Move that and put stone right there. And then put the grass back there. Bam! Tell you what, let's just put another piece of grass there. The sheep will appreciate it. Sun's setting, creepers be creeping. I gotta be taking a nap real quick. But then we're gonna move on to the llama exhibit. You know, come to think of it, actually, I think all the exhibits are gonna probably look like that, except for maybe the pig. Yeah, I'm thinking the pig one might look a little bit more dirtier than that. Now, these aren't done, okay? So if you're sitting there screaming at the screen that you're watching on, add hay blocks, add whatever. Yeah, that's coming. It's coming, okay? But for right now, I'm just kind of trying to get the base ground down. It's just like any kind of zoo or any kind of exhibit that I build here at the zoo. Okay, so the 3 pens have been doodadded up to be basically identical. For the most part, a little bit difference here or there. Obviously, I didn't exactly copy it over completely. It was just, you know, slapped on the blocks. Now, the pig pen, though, is going to be a little bit different, okay? It is going to be very much dirt, not so much grass, and I'm going to be probably sprinkling in a little bit of podzol in there, too, just kind of sell it. And, of course, we got the brown terracotta that we can use for mud as well. So, thinking that'll probably work out pretty good, and we'll design this place to look a little bit more dirty than the other 3. I think that should be fairly good. It definitely looks dirty. Definitely no green grass in there. Okay, so that's the pig pen. Rabbits. Maybe actually I might switch that around. Might do like sheep, rabbits, and llamas over here, I'm thinking. Probably would be the way to go. Hi, everyone. Editor GReimer here, and I just want you to know that I am a big old da-da-da, because later in this episode, I totally forget that I switched the sheep and the rabbits, so just ignore that. You know what? I didn't even think about it. Well, yeah, the rabbits will probably be able to hop out the front, come to think of it, now that I'm thinking about it now. But like I said, the test that we just did earlier in the episode here proved that they can't actually hop out of here. Not the adult ones, anyway. So it should be okay. They might just get loose in here every once in a while. Okay, but we have to design the walkway here, too, because this isn't exactly what I was planning on. Let's go ahead and replace that real fast. Shovel is too quick. Silky Dampy is just too powerful. Let's dig this all up here, and we're going to create a walkway similar to the walkways that we have in the rest of the zoo. Okay, the path has been put in. Now, there is an issue. I got just these torches here, and that's not really going to cut it as far as lighting goes. I'm having an idea, though. I'm having an idea because I do want to get some lighting, especially in the center here. Now, I could hide the lighting, like what I do in the ground and stuff like that, by putting some gray, like light gray carpeting over there. But what if we raised up a beam right here to add a little extra support in the center of this place? Okay, see, I'm actually already liking this idea. Hey, hold on, that's right next to something that we got to fix real fast. Knock that out real quick. Put that there, otherwise you'll be able to see the little bit of gray right there, and that's no bueno. So let's I like that a lot. That's already adding a whole lot more to the center of this. It's not as bland. Now we can go into the squid backpack and pull out these bad boys, because we can actually start adding some of these things in here then. Up high or down low? I think down low might be the better way. I can put one right next to each other. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. You can still get through there. Let's knock out these torches up here because they look kind of like derpy. Plus, they'd be lighting the roof on fire. Let's get that knocked out right there. And then, of course, we could actually put some lights kind of right where those torches are right there. Or we can just put one right in the middle like that. Same thing over here. That should light up this place enough so that there's no creepers, at least right here in the walkway. After all, that is the centermost part of this is where the shadowy part is, actually. And I think that looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it's shadowy down here at all. But, okay, I think we're doing good on there. Now, there's still more detailing to do on the outside of this place. And for that, I am going to need the ground backpack. I'm going to need to get a lot of this stone out of here because we're going to need it. Now, I said that I wanted this to feel like it was kind of like nestled in like the stone. Actually, one other block that we're going to need, pretty important one actually, is these cobble slabs. In fact, we're going to probably need to make a couple more of those things because I want to make it look like the stone is kind of built up around this. Now, this walkway right here needs to still exist, but I mean, back here, obviously, we can add in a little bit of detail similar to what we have for the rest of the zoo in like the natural terrain, like somewhere down in there. See how we have like the bushes and stuff? All that natural terrain can go here. But if we turn our attention completely around and look that away, you can see some zebra butt, and you can also see the sun is setting. So I need to be I need to be getting to sleep here real quick. The rock structures, I'm thinking, are pretty good right now the way that they are. This does leave enough room here to add a path in on this side so people can come see the vampire deer. And then, and then over here I can jazz this up a whole lot too so that it looks a little bit more unique and custom. Now I do need to do a little bit more landscaping around this thing though. It's not quite done yet because it doesn't look, well, I mean it doesn't look like that stuff down there. So I need a little bit more grass. I need the tall grass. I did collect a little bit more bones because I'm running low on those, like really low on those. And obviously like the bushes and stuff need to be added. So there's a little bit more to be done terraform wise to the land around here. So let's just quick knock that out. The bushes, the grass, it's all been put in. I'm even leaving, oh, actually, hold on, I might have forgot a little bit right here. I'm even leaving the flowers. Look at me go. I'm getting so much better at that. I do just have to add in a couple of little dead bushes. Occasionally. They don't even have to be very often, you know. In fact, I can probably just hide one back there. Maybe throw one on this little ledge. I'll put one right up in front so everybody can see it right in the face. And I'm thinking that's probably about it. Maybe throw one right there. Bam. Good. Okay, let's put the dead bushes back. I need to get more of those things. It's kind of running a little low. Now, as far as on the inside here, because this is looking pretty good. This is looking a lot better. Okay, so remember earlier in this episode when I was like, I'm not really liking this so far, and I'm going to just keep pressing on? I'm glad I did. It's starting to turn out a lot better than what I originally thought it was going to be. But I'm thinking that adding the landscaping around the outside actually really kind of helps. You know, if you ever need to make anything look better, just either add water or add a whole lot of landscaping to the outside and you'll get it. But I'm thinking this looks pretty good for the petting zoo so far. Now, I do need to jazz up the insides of these just a little bit, don't I? Because if I put animals in here, they're not probably going to be too thrilled. I need to go grab some good old-fashioned hay. Now, hay is going to be over here where all the wheat is. Now, I haven't harvested this yet, but I do have a whole lot of this already in here, so I can probably turn this into quite a few hay blocks. In fact, do I have hay blocks in there too? Oh, no, I don't. I was making bread out of this stuff. I don't use hay blocks all too often, and really I just need to use it for like bedding or so inside of these exhibits. But I can make 21 of them just like that. I can also make a whole lot more of them too. So let me grab a little bit more. Well, 21 is probably going to be plenty, but let me grab a couple more because you never know when they might come in handy. You know what? Might as well harvest this up too while I'm down here. I don't harvest my crops very often, but I'm going to now. What is this, episode 73 or something like that? And I don't think I've harvested this since like episode 2. There we go. Field is completely replanted. Let's go ahead and squirt all the wheat that I just collected into there. Don't need any of these. Oh yeah, I have this wheat field down here too. I completely forgot about that. Oh, and the vine farm. I have got to be perfectly honest with you people. I completely forgot that this was down here. Let's eat a chicken and mull over how stupid I am sometimes. In fact, let's eat all my chicken. I need to get more chicken. I also need to make more rockets. Man, I am completely unprepared. True professional, people. True professional. Okay, we have some hay bales now. Let's head back over to where the petting zoo actually is. That actually looks not too bad from a distance. Again, I was a little nervous. A little nervous that this would look really terrible, but I'm kind of digging it. I'm liking it. So let's get in here, and I also made myself some cauldrons. We're going to throw those in here too to you know, water, or give the animals some water in here too. And we'll probably put one like right here. We'll have to fill them up obviously with water, but I'm not sure if the bunnies will fall in this or not. I don't know, comment section, let me know. Will the bunnies die if, if I put a cauldron of water in there? Might need to know this. It's either that or I might have to experiment again. But let's go ahead and make sure that they have a place to actually drink some water. Because that would be just kind of mean not to help them out there, you know, if they're thirsty. Alright, and then bedding. Okay, we gotta, I guess I could actually stack it up a little bit because it's not like they're going to be able to escape here, you know? So I could actually stack this up just a little bit and kind of do one of these numbers for, this is the llama area, like that. And then even put one maybe right here. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look terrible. That gives the llamas a little something to munch on as well. That works, and they can't escape because there's no way that a llama's going to fit through there, so that works. Let's see, this will be the sheep, I think it is. The sheep are going to be over here. So sheep generally grass, so I don't really have to go too nuts with them here. They might actually be able to hop out through that way, so I might not want to stack them up on that side. I don't know why I'm getting the axe. I don't think you need an axe to chop that stuff. But maybe we'll see. Nope, won't. Don't be bad. Trying to think about where I can place this so that the animals aren't going to escape. Maybe, I mean, that's actually fine. That's fine right there. Let's knock that out right there, and then maybe do something like that. What if we reverse this? What if we put that back there and tore this down? That should be fine, right? That should work out. I don't see the sheep escaping that way. Yeah, okay. And then this will be the rabbits. Now, rabbits, I guess they'll definitely eat hay, right? I mean, that's kind of what they eat. So why not actually put this in here? Now, the rabbits, though, I don't want them getting too far up into the sky, or up off the ground here. Sky. Pff, they're not going anywhere in the sky. But up off the ground here. So I wanted to actually really limit this by putting in the hay in the ground here instead of actually sticking up like the other exhibits have. I think that should be just fine for the rabbits. And of course the pigs, I don't really think the pigs are going to be too interested in hay. I think they're just happy with their slop. So I think that's probably just fine. Let's grab ourselves a water bucket out here and let's start filling these things up. You can always grab more water from this backpack right here. So we'll just go ahead and snake. Oh, actually, look at that. We can actually fill up all 3 buckets here. Wham. Now I'm going to have to refill that backpack, but can I reach from there? Good. But that should work out just fine. Let's see, and then we also need this one right here because the bunnies, hopefully, don't drown in it. But they're gonna need some water too. So, all right. So there we got all the buckets of water added. So they have water, they have hay if they want it. Like I said, I'm not really seeing. Actually, one thing that I can do here for the piggies. Let's go into the plants backpack. Let's grab ourselves some toadstools and maybe a flat mushroom or something like that. And we'll actually give them a little something to make this look really gross in here, you know? Little added detail there. As far as the bunnies go, oh, flower backpack. Bunnies like flowers, right? Let's give them a little something to munch on. As far as something pretty, bluebells wouldn't be a bad one. I'm thinking some of these things, these white anemone. Isn't that a thing in the? Isn't that like a thing in the water? Okay, but I guess it's a flower. Okay, let's give them a couple of those things. I'm thinking this thing's really. Oh, it's an onion grass. Nifty. I mean, they probably will munch on that. Let's give them a couple of flowers and stuff that we can stick in here that they can chow down on. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Are there any other flowers that might look pretty good in there? Not many of them, actually. I'm thinking that's probably pretty good. I mean, maybe I'll throw one. Well, we already have a couple of white flowers in there. Wouldn't mind adding a little bit more color into this. We could try to look into the plants backpack and actually give them a little something from here. Oh, clovers. Yeah, absolutely. Rabbits are going to love clovers. Let's actually sprinkle in a little bit of this in here, too. I'm thinking that's probably good enough. I'm thinking that's good enough. The only other detail that I would add into this would be squid backpack. Let's grab a couple of pebbles here, and we'll dot that in here, maybe along the edge a couple times on the. Ooh, that's kind of like too symmetrical. Not liking that. Perfect. That's better. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good for the rabbits. As far as the piggies, I'm thinking that's pretty good. Nothing really too fancy for the piggies. And as far as the now let's actually add it back there instead. As far as the sheep, I'm thinking this is just going to need a little bit of grass, actually, and that'll make this look pretty good. Let's just do that. Okay, knock down one of these things. Flowers, we can probably leave the flowers in here. And then same thing for the llamas. They just need a little bit of grass, and I'm thinking that they're going to be fine. Now, let's go through the exhibits and kind of add a little bit of path blocks in here, too. I don't really want to overdo it. Okay, flower, you're going bye-bye. I don't really want to overdo it, though, so we'll do that, especially in the sheep exhibit. I don't want to overdo it in the sheep exhibit because, obviously, they're going to eat the grass. Maybe just a couple of them like that. That should be fine. Same thing with the rabbits exhibit, although I don't really know if I even left any grass that doesn't have flowers on, so maybe that one will just stay the way it is. And this doesn't need it at, I was going to say at all, but that's not true, actually. Let's actually add some of this in here, and then we'll immediately mat it down because it looks pretty gross, and I kind of like it. Perfect. Okay, I'm thinking that's about all I want to do to this place. The petting zoo. I guess we could add a sign on the front of this thing. Do we have any more signs? You guys killed it. Oh, we do have one. We guys killed it in the live stream recently with the super chat. So I kind of ran out of signs. But petting zoo, right there. Wham. Yeah, you guys absolutely killed it with the super chats in the last live stream. So thank you guys for that. But I was running out of signs. But there, petting zoo. I'm thinking it's done. I'm thinking that's all I really want to do to it. What do you guys think? Yay, nay, in between? Kinda. We got to go count our animals though, because I need to know how many animals do I actually have? I think I have like 2 llamas, like 4 rabbits, and a pig. And I might have to go breed the sheep. Let me get my inventory sorted here real quick. We're gonna head back to the hidey hole and just see how many animals I have. Oh boy, I am going to need some names. If you guys can get your naming caps on, I have 4 rabbits, 2 llamas, and 2 pigs, and no sheep, but I am going to get a sheep in there. That is for certain. I do have sheep, but I just don't have them in nets. So let's grab ourselves a little bit of this stuff. I'm probably going to put like 1 sheep in there, because it's not a very big pen. In fact, 2 llamas is a little much. I could probably just put 1 llama in there, but I think the 4 rabbits are fine. The rabbits are small, and maybe putting a pig in there would probably make sense too. So, all right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 1 llama, 1 sheep, 1 pig, and 4 rabbits are going in those exhibits. So if you guys could go down into the comment section and leave your best animal names for those animals, I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's do a little faceplant action down here. Into the water we go. This is where I get all my stone, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's right here. There's a slime over there. Look at him bounce. But yeah, this is where I get all my stone. But right here is my sheep, and this is where I get any wool that I might need. Let's get ourselves just a plain white sheep. We can always dye it a different color if we want. It helps if I had a net, actually, right now. Now, I'll leave the baby down here, and we'll snag one of the adults because I don't want the baby to grow up without its, at least one of its parents. You know what? I only have 2 pigs also, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually breed these 2 pigs right here in this area. Boom, put that down there. Boom, put that down there. Feed them some potatoes. You can breed them with those. You can breed them with carrots, potatoes, all sorts of stuff. And then I am going to snag the baby, and that way I'll always have them. I'll always at least have a pig or a couple of pigs stashed away. Okay, so there it is. We have the pig, we have the sheep, we have the llama, and then we have 4 rabbits. That's what we're putting in the petting zoo. But I think that's going to wrap things up. I'm thinking that's going to wrap things up. Let's actually get up there and take one more aerial look at the petting zoo, and so that you guys can get another once-over on the thing. Let me know down in the comments section if you think this turned out okay, bad, in between. I really want to know because I mean, I don't have too many buildings. I don't have too many buildings here, so this is a new building that we've added. But what do you think? Let me actually get way up over here, and then we'll look at it as we're coming in at it. What do you guys think? Good petting zoo right there? It kind of does look good right perched on top of the hill. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, all right, it actually doesn't look too bad. I don't know, maybe adding fence posts up inside that open area up there might be a good idea too. Hold on, I kind of like that idea real quick. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, there we go, the petting zoo. Let me know what you guys think. Comment section. Really would like to know. But I think that's going to wrap this episode up, though. So if you guys did enjoy, please go down and smash that like button. It would really help me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode of ZAWA. I will be back next week with more fun for you guys here. We only have a few exhibits left to do. I'm thinking 2? Maybe more? Boy, the zoo is getting close to finish. I got to do some work, too. Expect another live stream coming up here. Just FYI, for those of you who are keeping track, The next live stream will most likely be the one that wraps everything up, okay? Most likely. And then we'll have the finale for this. So the zoo is almost finished. It is getting very, very close. There's obviously a little bit of work to be done right here where I'm standing, but it's getting very, very close. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and bye-bye.